Tonight's video topic is going to be covering walking into the audition room, taking control of the room. When an actor walks into the audition room, that's when the audition starts for the casting director and the producers. And what we want to see is a confident actor. Not an arrogant actor, but confident. And if you're not confident, fake it. Fake it till you make it. Tonight, we're going to be talking about how an actor can go about taking control of the audition room, and then we're going to be watching video clips of actors in auditions and see how they handle it. So the entrance of the room, when the actor walks into the room, that's the first time that the casting director or the viewer sees the actor, right? And we need to see someone who's confident. We need to see someone who's ready to go and focused. You know, if you walk in and, not making eye contact, I don't want to read you because I see how nervous you are. So it's really, it's part of the act to walk in with confidence. And if you're not confident, you have to fake it. You have to fake confidence. Fake it till you make it. Because behavior, starts to influence your thoughts, I mean, if you're like this, your mind is like, oh, it's a horrible day. But if you kind of go, okay, I'm going to smile and I'm going to be okay, and I actually start to feel better. So literally behavior translates into thoughts. So when you're walking into the room with confidence, we go, oh, okay, that's a confident actor. I'm interested to see what they come up with even before you start your scene. So you say, hi, how are you? Please look them in the eye. Don't look down at your shoes. It's hi, how are you? Come into the room, and with the chit chat, if it happens or it doesn't, take your 5 seconds before you start. I always talk about the chair in the room is a great grounding. I call it the touch base, because the chair is the one thing from your living room to the audition room that usually is there. They usually offer you a chair if you want to use it. So you should control the chair and the space if you want to use the chair. If you don't want to use the chair, get it out of your way so you're not hidden behind the chair, okay? And it's really always bad when actors kind of are bumping up against the chair. I'm watching you do that the whole scene, okay? So get it in a comfortable way. And take that opportunity to go through your 5 seconds. Sense of place, relationship, intention, and pre-beat. And then look at the casting director when you're ready to start. The eye contact, see, I learned that from other actors over the years, that if I had called them back for producers and I had the first line, the actor would stop me in the lobby and say, Holly, when I look at you, I'm ready. I thought, there you go. The actor has taken control because they don't want me to start too soon. So the actors told me, when I look at you, I'm ready. So that's when I started realizing that the actors mentally doing their sense of place, relationship, intention, pre-beat, and then they've looked at me and then they're ready. And so when actors are standing there with their sides looking at me and I start, they're going, oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't ready. And I'm like, well, you were looking at me. So you control that with your eye contact with the casting director, okay? Once you're in the room, listen to the casting director when you start your audition. Listen, listen, listen. And that's really, I think you and I were talking about that the other day, that listening is the thing that really grounds you in scenes. It's like that listening is so important. Otherwise, you can see the actor thinking about the next line coming up, thinking about the next line, and you're anticipating. So it's grounding yourself in the listening is so freeing because you've already intellectualized it. You've already gone through, and then you have to forget that and just ground yourself in the listening. And then the last thing is the respond in the listening. When most of the time in television these days, they put you on tape for producers, and so they're just sending that tape to the producer, and you're like here, and we're just watching you here. And if you're reading with the casting director and you're just, and then you say your line, and then you say your line, we're seeing a blank face. So it's got to be that you're actively listening, so we see you going, I don't think so. So it's responding in the listening, and we're watching that on tape, okay? So once you leave the room, you have to leave with as much confidence as you came in with the room, and even if you thought you sucked. You know, because if you leave the room and you're like, okay, bye. You know, we think, well, actually I thought he was pretty good, but he thought he sucked, so I guess he did. So I move on to the next thing. So, you know, just carry it all the way throughout. This is Caitlin Reed.
Hi.
Hi.
Reading with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're pulling out all the stops.
Michael Greeby.
Oh.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, you as well.
Oh my gosh, it's Wayne. Daddy, you remember him, don't you? What the hell are you doing here?
Well, sir, I heard that Haley was in town, so I thought I'd drop by as a friend. Only a friend.
This is Sal Stowers, everybody.
Hello. That's a pretty headshot.
Here. You're going to work here.
When does it come in as a character? The character is a drug addict or a criminal and
Yeah, good.
insane. Where is the line?
Good
Which I love what
question.
you're saying and it really grounds you, but where is that line where it becomes real?
You do not want to walk into the room in character. Let me be clear on that. Good question. If you walk in, well, let me just give you an example of an actress that I was coaching who was a drug-addicted porn star. And I was coaching her, and, you know, she was pretty good, right? So she went off to the audition, and I got a call from the agent saying that the casting director said that she was on drugs. And that she, you know, she really, really thought she was on drugs. And so the agent was saying, was she on drugs when she was with you? And I'm like, no, she was just doing a good job. And so I called the actress and I said, did you walk into the room in character? She said, you know, I usually don't, but I decided I would this time. So she walked in to the room and she was like, you know, and they were like, she's on drugs, right? The manager fired her, you know, the casting director, I'm sure, never saw her again because they didn't believe her. You see, so no, it's walking in the room, not in character, but in a focused state as an actor. So when you say hi, hello, it is your personality. Just one other thing, Josh, is that an actor came to me. He had worked many shows, and he'd had a solid year of no bookings. And his manager sent him to me because they didn't know what was going on. And I said, what's going on? And we were talking, and I said, I said, what kind of parts do you go out on? He said, oh, assholes, jerks, you know. And I said, okay, tough guys. I said, okay. I said, do you walk into the room in character? He went, you know, I didn't until about a year ago. That some coach told me to start walking in the room in character. And I said, so you're walking in as an asshole or a jerk? And I said, so when they chat with you, do you chat with them as an asshole or a jerk? He said, yeah. And I said, that's why you haven't worked for a year. He went, he left my place. He went to an audition. He got an immediate call back, which was like this huge thing for him. Because he said, you mean I'm free to be myself? I said, yes. It's the only time that we actually get to see your personality by, hi, how are you? Mm-hmm. And then you're into the scene. But it's like, hey. This is Evan O'Brien, everybody. Hi. Hi.
Start from the top?
The top.
Okay, the top.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not prepared to do this.
Ben Stillwell.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Ben.
Aren't you adorable, Ben?
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. Hey, Mom, did you know that Leonardo da Vinci could draw with one hand while writing with the other? Wow. What are you here for?
The free cocktails.
This is Bethany Mangum. Hi, how are
No, I
you?
kind of understand.
When was the last time you had sex?
That is none of your business.
So treat walking into the audition room like you're walking from off stage in the wings to on stage in front of the audience. It's part of the act. So when an actor walks into the audition room, I want you to make sure that you're looking everyone in the eye, say hello, spy the chair, control where you want the chair, visualize where the scene is taking place. And so what's happening is that the viewers are watching an actor who is a prepared actor who has made choices, and they're drawn into watching you before you've even said your first line.